What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to KvltDeFi. This is the channel really where we bring you the latest and greatest in innovations in tech in decentralized finance, quite specifically on Pulse Chain and even more specifically the Dev Jacob ecosystem, right? We have had a very interesting week, a lot of highs, a lot of lows. We know Mafia pre-ranking has started. So basically, if you're playing the Mafia game, it's effectively launched, right? So it's you can play the full game. The only thing you cannot do at this moment is kill anybody. Pre-ranking is happening. It means basically it's a time for you to build up the worth of your character by doing all the things we spoke about all for the last few months now. You can do heists, you can steal cars, you can you can actually even go to jail in the game. But we'll be discussing all of that today. I have a good buddy of mine on today who, I have to say, he's my guy when anything to do with PDI. He's very switched on, very clever, and he's able to look at everything from every angle, right? He's not just like a maxi of anything. And to be honest, I got a lot of my news from him, and I wanted to speak to him especially about Mafia, but I think we're going to be having a talk about everything today. Everything Pulse Chain, especially. So let me just bring him up here. How are you doing, Stephen, buddy?
I'm good, Mark. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Like I said, it's been one of those weeks. It's been up and down, right? So, we've had a lot of drama, but at the same time, pre-ranking on Mafia has gone live. So, yeah, lots of highs and lots of lows.
Yes, lots and lots of highs and lows over the whole of Pulse Chain, the whole of Pulse Chain. So everything's getting dragged up and down. So it's crazy.
What's been happening in your world, PDI world?
Yeah, so really just been trying to stay on top of everything that's been happening. There's obviously been a lot of fear. So really just been trying to study as fast as I possibly can what's happening and try to share things and try to be as objective as possible. At the minute, there's obviously this minting that's going on, and the debate is like smack bang down the middle. There's some people that are coders that are saying this is minting, they're bad actors. There's other people that are saying, no, this is minting, this is how the protocol's supposed to work, this is perfectly fine. And everything comes down to basically just keeping my eyes on this one number, this joy number. So we want to see this number go to 0. And so I'm trying to simplify it, read that number, see what's going to happen over the next week or two, and then basically just stay in tune with the news. Obviously, Richard Hart came out today, said some tweets which really fudded the price down, and this has sent another wave of panic out into the market. So it's a really difficult time, but I've just made the decision that I'm going down with the ship. So I really believe in this narrative of a truly decentralized financial system, and I've put my heart and soul into it. And so I'm riding it to the end. So that's pretty much where it is at the minute.
Yeah. Do you think, I mean, the more I look at it, what was the percentage chance, would you say, that, that this was anything to do with Richard? Like, ultimately? Has it ever been a high number, really?
To be perfectly honest, even that has been split right down the middle. Everything about this whole thing has been split right down the middle. You have some people who are just like, you can't ignore these facts. This has happened. Richard's speaking us through the blockchain. And then the other people are just like, that's ludicrous. That's stupid. He's never come out and said it. That, like, even that is so, like, 100% divided straight down the middle, 50-50. It's such a difficult thing. So I would even give the chance of Richard being in there as like a 50% chance. So just basic sentiment. So
yeah, I mean, I told you a few days ago when we were talking about doing the stream. Yeah, there's a lot of people hurting. I'm hurting quite a bit, but like you say, like, you go down with the ship. I mean, if you believe in it, then believe in it. I think the last time we were streaming, we literally said that, the Pulse Chain community want nothing more than to win. And because we want that so badly, we're going to win. It's about, conviction is one thing, innovation is another thing. And I think we have it all. Anyone that got hurt on PDI, I feel terribly sorry for. But it's one of these things. I don't think it's down and out, right? You can't count anything out, as you know, on Pulse Chain. Things go down, things go up all the time. And I think enough people want it. It's going to get there. It's going to get there, and people can get there. Whatever it is, 250x from here. Are we?
750
away. 750. Wow. Okay. Oh well, that's still not too bad, right? 750x is kind of peanuts on the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
You know, we're
Exactly.
expecting things to go up 10,000x.
Mm, mm. Yeah, and then there was the Richard Hart eHex tweet that people felt like it was Richard Hart killing eHex, but that's had a recovery since then. So it's like, this is where you're either so ridiculously right that you're a genius, or you're completely wrong. This is where the men are made, really, because these are the dips where the winners are made. So it's
the conviction level. If you have the conviction, then fair play. And I know people that have millions and millions of PDI. I'm not one of them, right? But I've been hurt enough, shall we say? But I do think, look, there's plenty of space. I was talking with who was I talking with? With Brandon, with Brandon B, about 3 weeks ago, and we were talking about all these different. Now we have the pump tires, die, and Richard's starting to move some things around, or the OA starting to move some things around. It seems like in the last 24 hours, everyone has been jumping on talking about PDI, even people that weren't talking about it before. I think one of the sad things that I've noticed is some people that I've never even heard about talking about PDI before are very quick to start wishing everyone else failed, just to try and prove a point.
Yes.
People are losing millions and millions of dollars, and you just want to prove a point, so you're trying to piss on their parade or whatever. I think it's bad. It's terrible. It's a terrible way to be. I want us all to win, all of us.
I think just on that, I actually think that even that is so hard, because it's like it's such a disgusting mind to have, to do that to somebody else, kick them while they're down and out, piss on their grave. But from another perspective, these people also really genuinely thought that there was a problem with this project, and they felt like, we were trying to tell you all this time, and now they just want to prove that they were right. It's like they had good intentions prior, but now the way that it's being expressed is like, it's not the right way. Say it later when people aren't hurting so much. Like,
Savior, I told you so. Yeah.
Exactly. Because then it becomes less about you trying to help people. It's not about that anymore. It's just you just being a dick trying to prove that you were right. So nobody likes that. Yeah.
And I think one of the things, I mean, we discussed this before, and I've said this with other people too. It's like the Pudging community ultimately are like siblings fighting, right? At the end of the day, we're all family, and we should love and respect each other. But there are those times when you're going to be at each other's throats, especially when it comes to money, right? When when it comes to money, people are always going to be fighting over it. But I mean, the real way to get through this is to keep on going. Right, keep on going and keep on innovating and keep building this city of pulse chain, like we like to say, because ultimately the right protocols will come, the right coins will rise as they should, and the ones that don't do well will just be forgotten about in time. So
of course,
hopefully we're on the right side of the history of pulse chain. Right, I think we are, really. I think we've got our head screwed on. I think we know exactly what we want. And I think we're going to get there because of that, but that push to one side, we're just in this for innovation, right? Just keep on building. That's what we're doing. Mafia's gone live. I was telling you previously as well, PulseChain USD, the algorithmic stablecoin that we're working on, kind of good to go. I think with this whole PDI narrative as well, it's one of these things, right? Somebody's going to get an algorithmic stablecoin right. Luna failed. Luna failed catastrophically because it wasn't built properly. It was basically keeping its pay just by manipulating the supply of Luna. Any profits that it made were put into Bitcoin. And any time it deviated, the pay deviated to the south, it literally was just minting more to try and sell it to shore up the stablecoin. Bitcoin got short and the whole thing collapsed. It was terrible. I mean, it went from $120 to 5 zeros and a 5, literally within a couple of weeks. I think even within about 10 days. And that was terrible. But we learned from mistakes, right? And and the team behind Mafia, like Jacob and the boys, they really believe that by extending the Luna protocol theory, which was basically, you know, an appreciating asset and a stablecoin, but by introducing further tokens and introducing community ren stability miners, we call them. They're basically arbitrage bots, but you know, hundreds and thousands of arbitrage bots all working seamlessly together. That we, through a working prototype, which we launched last year, it worked. It's the, you know, I think at one stage the peg was better held than the Coast stablecoin, CST boys.
Wow.
They launched around at the same time as we did the prototype running. And I mean, we deviated, I think it was like 0.36 either direction. It was absolutely rock solid. And you know, we believe that really works. It's something that the Pulse Chain community, I think, can get behind, because there's a number of ways to earn by providing liquidity to a stability miner. You know, I mean, this is obviously when all this PDI drama is it's sort of out of the way. I'd love to have another stream with you where we can maybe dedicate some time to that, because I really think it's something that you would find really cool. Number one, I think the innovation is there.
You
know, sorry.
Can I ask you some questions about it now?
Absolutely, of course, can you? Yeah.
So basically, so Luna, it essentially had a single point of failure where it was reliant on what was it, Terra? That was a token that it was reliant on, or was the token was Luna, but Terra was a stable coin?
CST was their stable coin, yeah.
Okay, and then you had the appreciating asset. So that was all that was backing it, the one appreciating asset. Is that correct?
It was basically, that was backing, yes, the supply of that. Whenever there was a deviation to the south, then on the stable coin, they would mint new Luna, sell it to shore up that stable coin. Whenever there was an overpeg scenario, they would take that and put that money into Bitcoin, because they obviously thought, you know, the insurance of doing that, they'll be able to sell any profits that Bitcoin makes. But Bitcoin got shorted at the same time. So because the price of the stablecoin was going down, they didn't have the Bitcoin to sell anymore. So this death spiral started, where Luna was just getting minted and minted and minted to try and keep the price stable. And it went, you know, it went into nothing. It minted itself into infinity, basically, into nothing.
Okay, and then so basically now your stablecoin that you've designed is going to have more assets that are backing it, plus like hundreds of arbitrage bots that are keeping the value of those tokens stabilized as well, essentially.
Yeah. I mean, I can walk you through the website if you'd like to have a look.
Yeah, why not? I mean, even in principle, it sounds really clever, to be honest.
It is. It actually really is. You know, let's jump to this view. I think is fine. Okay, so this is basically our landing page, right? So if you were to come here, you can see these are all the people. One of the things which we're very conscious of early on is that we need to provide super thick liquidity pools with all of the PUSD and all the algo pairs. So at the moment, there is actually an adoption lobby open, which is for people to help out if they want to. But we can just kind of jump into where we are. So in order to guess your PUSD, you need to mint. You're basically minting your own stable coins with your algo token. So the algo token is the appreciating asset. Obviously, PUSD is the Pulse Chain USD, the stable. So by buying your algo token, that's actually how you're going to be minting the PUSD. So there's already going to be some buy pressure on the algo token all the time. Now, when you mint your stable coin, you're effectively burning that algo to mint PUSD as we go. Just for the demo purposes of the website here, we can see. So we've actually set it to one algo token is actually going to be worth like $5. Okay. When you do this process, because obviously this is going to be introducing a lot of buy pressure to the algo token. So some bad actors could effectively just buy algo, mint the stablecoin, use that to buy algo, mint the stablecoin, use that to buy algo. So then you're actually causing this massive price manipulations to happen. So in order to stop that, there's going to be a 1% fee for doing this part of the protocol. Okay. We believe that is going to be enough of a deterrent for people to not try to manipulate the system in that way. Okay. But so once they have their PUSD, their stablecoin, then this is sort of the heart of the protocol, which is the stability miners. So anybody can come in here and set up a stability miner. There are going to be 4 tokens in this ecosystem. So there is the algo and the PUSD. Then there is what we call a flex token, which is a rewards token. The rewards token you get for doing any action within the protocol. So by minting your stablecoin, you get rewarded in flex. By setting up what we call these stability miners, you get rewarded in these flex also. But with the stability miner, what you're doing, you're basically lending the protocol some tokens. There's here we can actually see the list we have. It's PLS, a hex, or DAI, but ultimately we're going to extend that to include basically any token out there that has a significant liquidity pool that we could draw on if we needed to. Okay. The protocol itself are going to have a number of stability miners set up, which are going to be protocol owned. But in order to try and, it's almost like an insurance, I guess. If something really terrible happens, markets goes down, and we need to draw on some other funds to try and shore up that peg, that would be the time when we would use some of the funds that people provide as a liquidity provider on these stability miners. Now, when we did the prototype, we had protocol owned, we had 45 stability miners that were running, and over a 24-hour period, they traded about $145,000 worth of tokens, and they did 25,000 transactions. So these stability miners are constantly going to keep this peg.
Okay.
I mean, you can imagine 25,000 in a 24-hour period. I think that's the reason why everything was absolutely rock solid. So because the prototype worked.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, go on. No, go on. You're okay.
So with the algo token then, so the arbitrage bots are flowing through the algo token as well. So are they helping to kind of stabilize and protect that price as well?
Yeah. So any token that's on a stability miner, so it could be algo as well, it could be even just hex, whatever liquidity pools are going to be there, but the arbitrage is going to happen really between algo and PUSD as a pair, and whatever other pairs we decide to set up. But it's really going to be the protocol, the protocol ones that are going to be working the best, really.
Gotcha.
We know that so when you provide your stability miner, or when you activate your stability miner, immediately get you rewarded in hex, in the flex token, we can see down here, and you will also get rewarded in more algo for taking this out as a thank you, and you will get a wrapped version of the PUSD token. Okay. The flex token you get immediately. And when the stability miner ends, so you can set your duration here, it's like 120 hours, 240 hours, or 360 hours. At the end of that stability miner, that's when you will get rewarded the algo and the wrapped version of the token. So you can see that you're not locking up you're not locking up funds for a huge amount of time. You don't have to worry. You're not doing it for months and months and months. It's literally just like a certain number of hours. Once you have your flex tokens, then you can put them into what we call the earn protocol. So the earn protocol is really, this is where the protocol users get a share of all the trading fees on all the algo and PUSD trading pairs. And we know there's a lot of trading that happens with stablecoins. So we can see that this part of the protocol is actually going to be earning a huge amount of money. I think it's going to be absolutely massive, to be fair. So by adding in your flex tokens, you're getting rewarded in any trading pair on the stablecoins. You're getting algo token, and you're getting wrapped PUSD again. So you get them from the stability miners. You get them now through the earn protocol. And let's say, for example, the earn protocol is on the trading pairs, the fees are about $100,000 a day. For example, if you have 1% of the flex that's in that pool, you're earning $1,000 a day just by locking up the token, which you got for free just by utilizing other parts of the protocol. So you can really earn you can actually earn in a number of different ways in this protocol. But I think the earn protocol for me, I think, is one of the coolest ones, because by providing your stability miners, you're getting rewarded in the Flex token, which you put into here. You also get the algo and the wrap version of the token. In here, you also get algo and the wrap version of the token by utilizing this. And then we have what we call the stake protocol, which is basically the hex version of this, if you like. So in order to try and incentivize people locking up tokens, so you can actually stake away your algo tokens and or your PUSD. So here it works almost exactly the same as hex, basically. So by creating an algo stake, you're burning your algo. You will get a fee. Obviously, these are demo numbers we have here right now. But you'll get a fee, a percentage fee of the inflation of the token when you decide to end stake. And very similar to Hex, you know, there will be penalties for early end staking, all of that type of stuff. So we think by doing this, we're limiting supply by just locking those tokens away, effectively just burning them, because they can be just reminted again at the end of the stake. So there's that. Then we have a redeem feature. So it's basically the reverse of the minting. So you can burn PUSD in order to remint algo. And even though we have a 1% mint fee when you're swapping to PUSD, there's actually no 1% on this to swap back the other direction. So we think, again, that's a good way to keep managed supply, right? Because we keep burning and reminting more tokens. And then we have the unwrap feature. So we saw that one of the bonus tokens that you get is a wrapped version of the stablecoin, right? Through this unwrap stage, we've done this actually with our casino token, the pulse pot token. So when you unwrap for up to 180 days based on an RNG component. I think it's 120 to 180 days. Now, when we set up the liquidity pools, we will always ensure that the wrapped version of the PUSD token will always be trading at around 25 to 30% less than the dollar pegs token. So you will be able, you know, so let's say the wrapped version is worth 70 cents. You can choose through the swap feature, you can choose to sell that 70-cent token to someone who's willing to buy it. You know, if you want to, if you don't want to wait to unwrap. But by unwrapping every 180 days, at the end of the unwrap period, the wrapped version of that token will get burned, and you're minting $1's worth of PUSD. So you're minting a dollar token. So every 180 days, effectively, you can just be getting another extra, you know, 25 to 30% just by doing that part, which is a token you got for free by utilizing the platform anyway. So there's 4 different ways to get paid by incentivizing people to set up stability miners. And we know through the prototype that we did, the stability miner worked just with the protocol owned stability miners that were already there. Right. It's interesting.
Now, it is very interesting. The concept of the stability mine is a thing that I find most interesting.
Yeah, it's like the heart of the protocol.
Yeah, and that's
we think it's fantastic.
Yeah, that's that's really cool. I like what you guys have done. So it's going to be. I mean, I wish you guys all the best. Put it that way. But the stability miner feature definitely seems like the golden goose in this. Like the key piece.
It's the heart of the protocol.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So amazing. by incentivizing people to set up stability miners, I mean, we think that's the key. I mean, we know that it works even with our own protocol owned ones, but by finding a way to make sure that anyone who decides to set up stability miners, by rewarding them, you know, even with the protocol trading fees, it's the amount of funds that will be put through this protocol, I think it would make the TVL absolutely one of the highest on Pulse Chain.
And so the question that I wanted to ask with the stability miner, is there any reason why you've only done, I think there was, what, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day?
Yeah. When the time comes, I mean, we can do as many as we want, but we think by limiting it to short term, we think that it will incentivize more people not to worry too much. You know, if you believe that the protocol will not go down in the space of 120 hours, by all means do it. You know, having people lock up their money for an extended period of time, maybe for months or even years in some cases, we think that it de-incentivizes people to use the protocol. Because they're mitigating their risk. You know.
Understood. I think you should give people that choice though. So just if I'm thinking from my perspective, it's like I want to just press the button and then just leave it and walk away, rather than every day I have to go there and press the button. If I could just leave it in there for like a month or 2 months, or like, that would be great. So having the option, I think, would be really good. That's just, I don't know if that breaks the system or something, but that was the one
no,
thing.
No, it doesn't. No, I like that. And so noted.
Yeah, because people we just want to walk away and come back and then, oh, there's money there, you know.
Yeah.
So that's just the one thing that I thought about. So, but it's cool. I really hope you guys win. I mean, look, anything as well, like from a narrative perspective, even for the glory of Pulse Chain and everything that's here, anything that can resolve Terra Luna and perfect what Terra Luna was is incredible, because that had so much attention from the market. So if it can survive,
it was absolutely crazy. It was absolutely crazy.
It was insane. It was insane, and people were doing what they're doing with PI now. Like, it was going down, and they're just like, you know what, YOLO, I'm just going to throw $50 in there, and then it just keeps going down and down and down. Yeah, I mean, if that issue can get resolved, I think, you know, I mean, I wish you guys all the best. I mean, it would just be amazing for you guys, for your team, and for Pulse Chain as well. So
yeah, I think that's ultimately that's what it's about, you know, having some sort of innovation here, which Pulse Chain needs, which crypto needs, you know. All of the projects that we built are sort of new, out of the box thinking, world firsts, innovation, you know, all of this type of stuff. And I mean, Mafia is here now. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. I'm loving it. When was it that you haven't had a look around recently, you said?
No, I haven't, honestly speaking. So I was just kind of hoping to get up here and have you share some things with me. So
yeah, cool. Actually, I can show you what we have going on. I think it's excellent. I think, oh, this is the BNB Mafia page. Oh, it's the same game. It doesn't matter. It's exactly the same. Yeah, so we can see we've got a new layout since the last time. So now you can actually do like crimes. So if I was to click on the crime page, so I can go here. So I can rob a hot dog vendor. I have a 30% chance of success based on RNG component. Or I can rob a freight train, 15% chance. I can rob a bank, 7% chance. And the bottom one, what's that? Bribe a police station. So literally what I have to do is try and rank up my character. You know, so everybody started as a nobody. We can see here on the right-hand side, I'm 60%, 66% through getting to the next stage. As you get to the next stage, by ranking up your character, there's cash rewards, like in-game cash rewards. So even though you're trading your time to rank up your character, there are different reward features which you can get. And also, by obviously doing these heists, you do get cash rewards too. You know, this in-game cash. The ratioed numbers that we have now, people can ratio, I think $1 million of in-game cash was worth around $50, I think. I'll just have a quick look at the exchange here, see what it is currently. So withdraw. So basically in-game, what you're doing, you're actually earning this in-game cash, right, from doing all of these different actions. And then you can go here and you can actually sell it on the way out. You can sell it either to other players, or the protocol will effectively buy it back and burn that for you. And it'll just mint you Mafia tokens. It's fantastic from the supply, right? There's only 1 billion Mafia tokens as well, which I think is really cool. So we can see here, someone has $500,000 worth of in-game cash up for sale, and that was worth $21 to them. So one thing I like as well, I can actually see we have a little market cap of the in-game cash as well. And over here on the BNB side, it is what, 260,000 market cap right now. So the in-game cash is actually quite good. People are actually starting to earn like real money. I will try and I'll do a heist while we're here. I need to rank up my character, you know.
Does that percentage increase as your character's level increases?
The note up here at the top, the 66%.
Yeah. So as you go from a nobody to the next rank, does the robbing a hot dog vendor percentage of success increase, for example?
No, the chances of success don't at the moment, but as you start to get to the higher ranks, then other heists, other parts of the game become open to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you know, if I just attempt this now, I will see. So my wallet is open, and I need to just approve this transaction. Oh, press the wrong button. There we go. That's done. So that's gone away. What you can also do. Are you here?
I'm here. Yep, I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Oh, so you can see here. It actually says I failed, but I got away. I didn't go to jail.
Gotcha. Okay.
Which is quite good. Which is quite good. But so then after every time you do a crime, there's actually a cooldown period. So right now you can see I can't do that crime again for another 14 minutes. So there's a 15-minute cooldown period. But I can do other things, like I can steal a car. Stealing a car, again, we can see the different chances of success over here: 12%, 5%, 3%, and a 1%. If I see it from a dealership, we can do travel now. We can travel to various cities. So if I do a crime in one city and it was unsuccessful, maybe I'll be more successful if I go to another city and do that crime. There's there's a lot of that happening with these helper bots. I actually think it's really cool. I think we spoke about helper bots last time. So obviously we can't expect people to be sitting behind their desk 24 hours a day playing this game. So what you can actually do, you can set up some crime bots. So but it's basically a script that every 15 minutes will try to carry out that crime for you. So then when you come back, in 24 hours, you might have ranked up your character in the bots. Effectively, you rank up your character and it's earning you this in-game cash as it's successful at the crimes. So we think that we've actually seen a lot of people right now are ranking up their character quite a bit because they have these bots running. And also because these bots will continue to do these crimes for you, you're basically saving on gas as well, because you're just paying gas fee once to set the crime up, to set the bot up.
Ah, interesting. So basically, you're only just paying for the gas of implementing or deploying the script, and then it just plays out.
Yeah, and it just does everything for you then.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we've had that going. I don't know if you saw the roulette tables that we have here now as well. So this is actually like a real roulette. One of the players will own this business item, and you as a player, or me as a player, can just come in and I can actually really play roulette. I'm basically playing against that person's wallet. So as long as they have money to pay me out, that's fine. If I win, if it gets to the stage where I'm winning more than they can afford to pay me, then that table automatically gets transferred to me as the winner.
Okay, I see. So it's always like a king of the hill kind of scenario where
exactly. So someone, whoever owns the table has to make sure that that they're really they have deep enough pockets for people to play. But like we said, we ratioed this 500,000 in-game cash was worth about $20. I think the biggest table winning that we've seen so far was like 26 million in-game cash. So it's like a couple of $1,000s.
Wow.
So yeah, so it's kind of like real money.
Wow.
Yeah. Now we have that, and then also we have something new, which is really excellent innovation. It's decentralized video slots. I think this table is actually closed at the moment, though. Yeah, the table is closed, so we can't really do anything. But this is like real decentralized video slots. It's and again, you're playing against whoever owns this. So if if you just keep winning, then effectively you might actually end up owning this. This is something that we actually built for the casino project, but because we don't have a fully working Oracle right now on Postchain, we can't deploy it there. So we've actually built our own RNG, which we use to play this. Obviously, when we launch on the fully run casino, we need a chain link, or hopefully Signum Oracle are going to launch soon and get us where we need to be.
And so how does the map come into this? Because I've seen clips of the map on Twitter. How does the map come into this?
Yeah, so we have 11 cities. Each city has multiple squares of land, and they're owned by various people. So it could be that one of the business items could be set in a piece of land which is actually next to another rival family. In order to do business, maybe they will agree to do, to get along, or they won't. It's kind of up to them as they go. But right now, as I said, so the kill simulator isn't actually live yet.
Okay.
So right now is a time really where people are trying to set up their smuggling routes, trying to do their heists, building up their land, their property. So if you own a piece of land on a chosen city, you can rank that up, and that it will effectively give you what we call city inflation. So it's almost like a rented yield, and that is in-game cash also. So there's numerous ways to get paid in the game. Numerous ways. I mean, I think when the game is fully launched, I think there's like over 50 different ways to get paid.
So now
it's a lot of fun.
Staggering the release of everything bit by bit.
But that's it. I mean, right now you can do most of the things in the game. Like I say, you can't kill anybody yet, and killing people means you get all their resource. So you can't kill anyone, but you can, rank up your character, do these in-game tasks, earn this in-game cash. Some people are doing these heists to earn the in-game cash. They're using that to go and buy crates. And then to open those crates to try and get more business items and business utilities. Or some people are literally just earning in-game cash and just racing it out into mafia. That's it, earning money. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks like there's lots of different strategies that you can employ to make some money, something that's suited to you, which is really, really cool. So I also know that one of my friends has actually created like a token that's like a tax token for the mafia token. So he's basically created like a liquidity web, and then he's created a token which pays out rewards in the mafia token. So in other words, whatever he's bonded, if he's got his tax token, I don't know what it's called. It's got like a funny name, and then let's say there's 10 tokens that it's bonded with. So as those tokens are moving up, it's also going to drag up the value of the mafia token, because it's bonded with all those other tokens. So one of my friends made that tax token. He's pretty much just making like tax tokens with everything on Pulse Chain, so it all moves up and down together. So I thought, that's pretty cool. I have to mention that to you. So
you'll have to find out what that is and let me know.
I will actually. He's got lots of really cool ideas, so I'll have to. But he's got so many. I'm just like, sometimes he'll leave me like 40 messages with all these token names. I'm just like, bro, just chill. It's too much information for me to consume. But I'll get that token. I'll let you know. So at least so you can keep your eye on it. I mean, if it helps,
absolutely.
Price appreciation, that's fantastic for everybody in the game. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm up for that. That'd be cool. Yeah. What time? So, what time, or when should I say? I don't say what time, but when do you think we're going to start seeing some of this PDI thing calm down? Right. So you said that this flop is happening today, 21st.
No. So the flop auction. So basically, the earliest auction, I think, is March 30th, and we have to wait for this joy number. We want to see that go to 0. So at the moment, it's on 881 million. Yesterday, it was 903 million. It got down to as low as 863 million today, I think. But it's kind of like fluctuating up and down, but it's trending down. We want to see that get to 0. That's the main thing. And then obviously, we want to see how this minting continues to play out, whether they're bad actors or good actors. So again, even that's a complete 100% split of what people believe. So because they're bridging value out of Pulse Chain, but then some people say, okay, well, they're bridging out here, but then they might be purchasing from over here, so just to try and hide all their wallets. So yeah.
And what a crazy situation we've ended up in, huh?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's the one that's captured a lot of attention on Pulse Chain. Either way, so
yeah. What does the future hold for Pulse Chain?
I mean, look, I mean, it's interesting because I have been not I wouldn't say doom and gloom, but for me, I've put a lot of my energy into PDI and Atropa, and really like seeing the vision of what that is. And so for me, I've poured so much energy into that. If that all fails, I'm I'm sure Pulse Chain's going to do fine, but for me, I'm going to need to take a step back for a while, because it's like, if those things fail, it's like, yeah. So at the moment, my mind is really clouded with that. So, I mean, but nevertheless, I still can't help but feel the same as how we concluded last time. There's just too many smart, intelligent minds on this blockchain that are building good things, that are trying to make the world a better place. We're not just trying to build things to figure out ways that we can make money faster than everybody else. Like, of course, it's all about money as well, right? But we're also trying to make the world a better place and more fair place for everybody. That's the beautiful thing about Pulse Chain. So I can't help but think, in the long run, we have to win. We have to win. But because we're trying to build that world, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be a straight line from here to there. There's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be, like, I mean, even the whole SEC thing now, like, they let everything else go, but now they're still going after Richard Hart. That they're not going to make anything easy for us, because we're doing something completely different here. Nobody else can see it either. Nobody else outside of Pulse Chain can see it. That's what makes it even more bullish. Everybody in here is like so convicted that this is an amazing revolution that we've got happening on Pulse Chain, but nobody else can see it. So either we're completely insane, or they're so far behind that they haven't even seen how good this is yet. So for me, it's just like, it's black and white. We're either going to Valhalla, or we're sinking. It's just one of the two for me, because at the moment, obviously, like, going down. So, but I'm maintaining Valhalla. That's what I feel. What about yourself?
Oh, I have absolutely no. There's no negativity in me when it comes to Pulse Chain at all. None. Zero. Things come, protocols come and protocols go. And, you know, it's the ones that bring real innovation, and the one that, you know, the communities get behind, those are the ones which will last. It's inevitable. Pulse Chain hasn't even started, in my opinion. It hasn't even started. I was talking with someone, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, and we were talking about the fact that does Richard need to come back in order for Pulse Chain to be successful? And I don't think he needs to come back for Pulse Chain to be successful, but I think he needs, if he needs to come back at all, it's for marketing purposes. That's the only thing. You know, we have the cool stuff here, and we're building the cool stuff here, but nobody knows about it because nobody knows we're here.
Exactly.
You know, I think that's it. I think it's purely just from Richard's side, it's kind of just a marketing play, if anything else. You know, he's done some great things. If the OA wallets are him, I think he's done some great things, burning, you know, locking all this hex away. I don't. Someone told me that was too little, too late. But I said, how can it be too little, too late? Like, we have a blockchain which is just starting. This is just the beginning. The cool stuff is happening. The fun times are coming. Like, you just, you know, tying. I think people that tie themselves to any sort of narrative that comes around, that's when you need to be nervous, because it's an all eggs in one basket type thing.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
and I understand why people get really scared when you think, you know, when things like that happens. But there's much larger forces at work here. And I mean, and it's about us all in this together. Like I say, siblings are going to fight. Let them bicker. Let them bitch and scream and scratch each other's eyes out, because at the end of the day, you know, there'll be something else tomorrow. Something else will come around tomorrow, or in a month's time, or in 6 months' time. And I think we have a lot of winning to do before that happens again, you know.
Yeah, so you don't feel any, I mean, obviously, I think Pulse Chain now, all-time low the other day. You're just like, no problem.
No problem. Financially, yeah, it hurts. You know, but you know, financially, yeah, my wallet is crying. But you know, this is always a long-term play for me. It's where I'm going. You know, where's Pulse Chain going to be in a year, in 2 years, in the next cycle, top of the next bull? Where's it going to be in the top of the next bull? You know, if I cannot see a world where Pulse Chain doesn't exist, because it's, you know, another one of these blockchains which crashed and failed. I think we're too big to fail, and I'm talking about the community. You know, I think we're too big to fail. It's just the marketing thing. It's just making sure that people know that we're here. That's the problem that we have. You know, you can launch the best thing in the world, best innovations in the world, but if no one knows that you're there, then it goes nowhere.
And that's where I think you guys, with the strategy that you're employing with Mafia, I think it's a brilliant strategy. It's automatically connecting at least the concept to two blockchains.
Yeah, and we're starting to look at Sonic as well now. So you know,
Sonic's
yeah,
hot at the minute.
Yeah, looking at Sonic, looking at Base. I mean, at the end of the day, that's again all eyes are back on Pulse Chain. You know, who are the team that built this? We started doing some advertising quite recently with DAppRadar. And DAppRadar, you know, they have, I don't know, 1.5 million unique monthly visitors to the website using the app. That's where people go to find out, you know, to find innovative, you know, NFT projects and GameFi and all this sort of stuff. But because DAppRadar don't have any integration with Pulse Chain, we've only been able to have BNB Mafia over on DAppRadar. But we're starting to do all this marketing work, you know, to get all of those people start to play the game. And I'm also working with the DAppRadar team to try and get Pulse Chain integrated, right? Because if they list, if they can integrate properly with Pulse Chain, then any Pulse Chain protocol can go over and register for free on DAppRadar and start engaging 1.5 million people who are looking for protocols like what we do. You know, so if that happens, if I can get that set up in the next few weeks, then it's, you know, set out the alarm bells. Protocols, any protocols that are on Pulse Chain, get over and register on DAppRadar immediately, because there's 1.5 million people waiting for you.
Yep. Can people transfer characters between blockchains?
Not at the moment, but because we need proper integration with Chainlink CCIP, and right now there's no Chainlink on Pulse Chain. So because we've only got Pulse Chain and BNB. So if you're on BNB, you can't send a character anywhere off chain anyway. But when the CCIP does officially happen, so when we have a third blockchain, shall we say, even if there's no Chainlink integration on Pulse Chain, players on BNB will be able to play with anyone that's on Sonic, and you'll be able to do all of that moving around and, you know, stuff. Then we just need Chainlink. We need a decent Oracle over here, actually. You know, we've got Chainlink and Fetcher sort of setting up, but it's very, very early days.
Okay, because that would be cool. Like, yeah, I guess, yeah, playing against each other. And then does the value of the Mafia token, if you're able to play against each other, does the value of the Mafia token stay the same, so that the in-game money that you're earning, is it going to make a difference on which chain that you're on? Like if it's appreciating more on Pulse Chain, for instance, or is it going to stay equal across the chains?
Yeah, well, I think we can quite easily ensure that the in-game cash stays the same, because, you know, that's sort of just minted within the protocol itself. So we can always make sure that that's the same. But whatever the Mafia token is on every chain, I think it could be quite different. And that in itself leads to huge arbitrage opportunities. You know, if Mafia is worth double on a different blockchain, well, then, you know what, get over there and sell your Mafia token over there.
Exactly. And
yeah, it could be huge.
Incentivize them to come to the place where it is valued the most and play there instead. Exactly.
And I mean, you can imagine we would be trying to push everything, so, you know, all eyes on Pulse Chain as well.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. That's how I'm trying to think about it as well. So
yeah, so the opportunities that we have ahead of us are massive. You know, we're doing the rebrand of the casino project of PulsePot. That's coming. That's going to be changed to onchain.bet. That is also going to be chain agnostic. So again, all eyes on us. We're going to be entering the Web3 casino. You know, a proper crypto casino. We're going to be entering that market quite aggressively.
Okay.
And we know how successful they are, right? So, you know, so we've got a world's first truly decentralized crypto casino. We've got this, you know, the first Mafia metaverse on Pulse Chain, this behemoth of a game, which is kind of just getting started. And we've got this algorithmic stablecoin. And, you know, and then we also have Pulse Predict, which is the price call betting, which we're just waiting for an oracle for as well. So as soon as we have an oracle, you're going to start to see some pretty big and quick and loud things coming from this team for sure.
Great. Yeah. When do
We
you think?
just need an oracle, man.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. When do you think you're going to launch your the stablecoin?
Not sure exactly at the moment. We know that it's ready, right? It's basically the prototype is ready. We are going to be doing some changes to the website, changes to the wiki. We know that in order to set up the correct liquidity pools from the outset to make sure that we hit the ground running, really hit the ground running, we need to ensure that we have huge amounts of funds in those pools, right? They have to be super thick liquidity so we can stop any, bad actors, whales coming in trying to manipulate the system. So right now with our adoption lobby, we're halfway there, right? So we've got like $500,000. We've hit ourselves a target of $1 million. Some people call that a sacrifice. I don't really look at it like a sacrifice because you're not giving the money to the team to use. You're providing the liquidity pools with the funds that they need to set it up straight away. And that's kind of what's taking time. But I mean, over the past 6 weeks, I'm having some really good conversations with some quite heavy hitters around Pulse Chain that are willing to help out. I mean, I don't know if you want to sacrifice, you're more than welcome. Anyone that's out there, really. We're, like I say, we're halfway there. So the faster we get there, the better. But again, we need an oracle. We need Signum Oracle to. Signum is the one we're looking at. We need Signum Oracle to launch because obviously we need to be able to get those proper price feeds in order to keep those trading pairs working 100%.
Okay, I see. Yeah, this seems to be a big issue with a lot of things on Pulse Chain, and Oracle are working.
No, it's absolutely mental now. It's crazy. And Fetch Oracle launched like the Liquid Loans one. That launched. It's a copy of Teller or a fork of Teller. They don't have a functioning RNG, which is suitable for our needs. So Signum is coming out. Signum is also a fork of Teller, and they've assured us that their RNG will be what we need. Whether that's going to be part of the initial launch or it's going to be like a phase 2, we're not sure of yet. But
gotcha.
So yeah, so we need an Oracle for a number of things, right? The RNG component is huge for some of the stuff that we do, but the price feed again is something huge for something that we do. So I think with the price feeds, when that happens, we can get a number of different things going. But the good thing is, we're not sitting on our hands waiting, right? We're building stuff, and now we have a bunch of things ready to go.
Yeah, beautiful. I love the mindset of your team, like not just building things, but like really positively building things and tackling like big issues. I mean,
yeah,
metaverse gaming is still like, it was just a concept of a lot of flops, to be honest, up until this point. And it seems like you guys have really cracked the code there potentially as well of making like a cyclically working economy, which is very important.
Yeah, and something which pays real big money.
Yeah.
I mean, and don't forget the vaults that are included here. Like there's over 8 billion pulse in the vault for families to start winning.
Yeah, wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I love what you guys
are doing. There's huge amounts of money to be made. We're absolutely transparent. Everything's on chain. That's one thing as well, which I really love. We're trying to make everything as fully decentralized as possible because we really believe in decentralization. We really do. I mean, Pulse Chain is the most decentralized blockchain. We love it. We want to build things which are completely decentralized, put it in the hands of the users. That's exactly what we're doing, even with the algorithmic stablecoin, right? With the stability miners. Look, if you want to earn, if you want to get rewarded for locking up some of your funds, here, go and do this. Do this and this and this. And effectively, you have this perfect little, it's almost like a little never-ending circle. Everything you do gets you rewarded in flex. Put in the flex to earn you more algo. Put the algo back in to get more flex. I mean, it just keeps going around.
Beautiful, love it.
Fantastic. We love it. We love the infinite money loop.
That's what we're all about. That's what we're all trying to figure out, this infinite money loop.
Yeah, someone's going to get it right, and I think it might be us. So
I hope so. Fingers crossed. As long as there's something on Pulse Chain.
That's it, right? It's all for Pulse Chain. Let's do it.
That's it. Doesn't matter who it is.
Let's bring this puppy home now,
That's it. Agreed.
Any parting words for anyone watching?
No, not really. I think basically, yeah, I'd love to know more. Like when you guys are ready to launch your stablecoin, just feel free to reach out to me. I can even have you on my channel, and talk about it. If you want to share it around there, I'd love to do that. I found it very interesting. I loved the concept of the stability miners, and I mean, yeah, just keep doing what you guys are doing. I wish you guys all the best. So yeah, please let me know whenever you're ready to talk about that. I'd love to have you on. So
perfect, absolutely, definitely do that. Anyone that's watching right now, make sure you like, subscribe, send us out. You know, get us out there. We've covered quite a bit of stuff. Obviously, you can go through and look at my channel for quite specific, protocol specific content too. I just before we did this, I actually I'm launching, well, I recorded it already, but I'm going to be dropping small little snippet videos on X regarding Pulse USD. I think now everyone is talking about algorithmic stablecoin, or sorry, everyone is talking about decentralized stablecoins, and I think Pulse has an opportunity to have quite a few. Right, really, any one of them can work.
That's the best.
You know, or all of them can work. You know, we want them all to work. Like I constantly say, we need the good, the bad, and the ugly over here on Pulse Chain. We need to build this city of Pulse Chain. We're going to have, in time, we're going to have 10 times everything that's happening right now. We're going to have 10 times that. We're going to have 10 times the noise, 10 times the haters, 10 times the believers. We're going to have all of this stuff, and we just need to keep on building, keep on building, keep on building. The cream will rise to the top in every category and every narrative that we're looking at, right? So I believe we're going to make it. I believe we're going to get there. I don't even think we've started. As I say, Pulse Chain is still it's in its infancy. You know, the only way is up, right? The only way is up, because if we are at the bottom, the only way is up, right?
Yes, exactly.
It's the only way. So, you know, look, the weekend is upon us. Try and get some sleep, Steve. I know you've been awake for probably a few days now.
Yes, I do need to get some sleep. Going on a hike tomorrow as well. So.
Oh, cool. Anyone out there that doesn't know Steve, literally, I'll put links to his stuff in the description. He is the PDI guy that I listen to. Because there's no drama. Very educated way you look at things. I really like that, and you don't talk in circles, so you actually get answers. You know, and I like that too. So
thank you.
Thanks very much, brother. I appreciate that, man. I really do.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
All right, boys and girls, I will catch you all later.